meeting at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Taken in at the 3. And look at this, right away a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Let's go. Real green. Real blue.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lance able to complete this one to McLeod. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. On the move past the 40. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen. And they did, right?
Touchdown 49ers! Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Lance to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Finding room at midfield. 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be taken at the 10. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go. Here
From
we
the
go.
34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ready?
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Right back to Mitchell here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On the double.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd.
Right. Black shot. You tell it. Hey.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, green.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
6. Blue and black. Let's go. Charge. Go pink.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ready, set.
Complete to Ronald Jones, his running back.
Touchdown! Ronald Jones, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Fielded just inside the 20.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Hey, Lance! Slide through.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.